Welcome back to Better Than Bowyer. We would usually have a quick look over all the changes in the Prediction League leaderboard. However, as you all predicted a win, and with no City scorer, it meant none of you scored any points, so the table is completely unchanged. Anyway, the entry thread for next game is in the description. Maybe you can all do better this time. And if you haven't taken part before, and you would like to, then the link to the rules can also be found down there. Anyway, with that, let's roll the titles. Welcome to Game Week 32 of Sky Bet League 2. We're at home today against Grimsby Town. Grimsby lie in 10th, and while the form guide says both teams are in consistent form, Grimsby's is slightly better than ours. As there's been no significant news in between matches, let's get right into the team news. Grimsby have a full strength squad to pick from, while we were without Wood, who served the second match of his 2-match suspension. Pritchard and DeVitt edge closer to return, but are still a few matches away. Hopefully they'll be ready to be eased back in for Game Week 34, where we take on Cambridge. Grimsby's biggest strength is their penalty taking, so we have to be aware of that. Thankfully, their biggest weakness is their dribbling, and that's been the cause of most of the penalties we have conceded this season. So hopefully our defenders don't find themselves in a position like last match to give a penalty away. Now it's time to see the lineups. Well, after last match, I would have been justified in wholesale changes. I just don't have the options to do so. The single changes, McCartan comes back in for Donaldson. That's the starting lineup of McGee in goal, Mello, O'Connor, Powdy and Henley in defence, Reeves and Cook in the middle, Ismail Middleton on the wings, and McCartan and Novak up top. On the bench, it's O'Donnell, Staunton, Taylor, Goldthorpe, Connolly, Donaldson and Richards Everton. Grimsby going for a similar formation to us. They are, however, sacrificing the second striker for a defensive midfielder. We have to be careful not to get outnumbered in the midfield. So for team talk, let's go with passionate, and we are favourites here, so go out and give the fans something to cheer for. For defence, it's passionate and I have faith in you. For midfield, it's passionate and I'm expecting you to control the midfield. And for attack, it's passionate again and I want to see quality finishing. Hansen and Hendry, then to Hessenhaller. Takes it under control and then swivels on the ball. Inside to Tilly, back to Hessenhaller. Switches the ball out to right. Right squares up Miller. Right crosses. Finds Hansen, but he heads it straight to McGee. Henley with the throw. Finds Novak, who lays it back to Milton. Milton has nowhere to go, so plays it back to Henley. Henley plays it long towards Novak. Novak nods it down to McCartan. McCartan back to Reeves. The outside of his boot, he plays in Ismail. Ismail goes for a shot. Brilliant tackle by Glenn. Henley picks up a knock. He's going to have to come off. It's another body injury, so hopefully that means it's not serious. Problem is we don't have a left back on the bench. I guess we can play Staunton there. It's not ideal, but it's going to have to do. Corner whipped in by Milton. Headed clear by Hansen. Falls to Miller. Miller shoots. Blocked. McCartan blocked again. Ref blows for a foul though. Staunton charges down a wing. Forced to check his run. Cuts the ball back to Cook. Cook looks to make some space for the shot, but has to go backwards to Reeves. Reeves switches out to Miller. Tries to use space to go past the defender. Miller crosses. Novak rises first, heads it goalwards. McKeown tapes it over. Miller is now injured. It's a tight thigh and he wants to come off, but might see if he can run it off until half time. We have even less options at right back than we did at left. Miller takes a throw, finds Reeves, pushes forward before turning and hitting it backwards to Powdy. It's hit a bit hard though, but Powdy collects it. Powdy switches it to Middleton. Middleton first time pass to Staunton. Middleton makes the run and Staunton finds him. Middleton heads to the byline. Crosses, finds Ismail in space. Ismail on the volley, scores 1-0 City. So when Staunton gets the ball, he doesn't really have many options. And he actually gets closed down well, but he finds a great ball down the line of Milton. Milton checks his run, the defender runs past him, and he uses that yard of space to ping it into the danger area. And it finds Ismail, who finishes with a fantastic volley. What will be interesting to see from another angle is, does Milton see Ismail, or does he just put it in a danger area and hope someone is attacking it? So Staunton plays the ball in here to Milton. If we freeze it, we see that Ismail is out here unmarked. Milton's line of sight is blocked, so at this point he's unlikely to know where Ismail is positioned. So we move it on. As Middleton crosses, Ismail's reaching the edge of the box. And we see even if Milton's looking in the right direction, his view is obstructed. First by Hathenthaler, then by Pollock, and even McCartan. The reality, however, is he's looking more in this direction. He doesn't see Ismail, he's just putting it in danger zone, most likely for McCartan to attack. Ismail does well to read it and attacks the space. He still has a lot to do. The cross is whipped in with some pace and he doesn't have time to take a touch. His only option is to volley it, and on the run, getting his body shape right so he doesn't blaze it over it isn't easy. He makes perfect contact and he's close enough to goal, and it's hit hard enough to keep doesn't have a chance to react. From overhead, you see what a great ball Powdy plays to start the move. Milton's play-off is just as good, and Staunton plays a really clever ball back into Milton. You can see that Middleton can't see Ismail. He just puts it in danger area and puts faith in his teammates to attack the space. And it's just a top-class finish. Milton found with the throw. Milton back to Staunton. Staunton inside to Cook. Cook turns to place it back to Powdy. Powdy looks up and plays it over the top to Milton. Milton drives into the box, shoots, but there's no power in the shot. So at half-time, we have dominated possession at 65%. That might be the highest we've had all season. Grimsby, however, had more shots at 9 to our 6. We've both hit the target 4 times, and we have had 1 clear-cut chance to their 0 and 2 half chances to their 0. So it seems we are waiting for the right time to take the shots more than them. 86% of our passes have been successful, but we've only won 57% of our tackles. When that's only 1% better than our headers won, you know it's bad. Our best player is Ismail on a 7. A right winger in our team being the best player is a rarity. Their best player is the keeper, McKeown. He has made 3 saves in that half. Our worst player is Miller on a 6.6. He may have been hindered by the injury. Their worst player is Wright, who has only hit the target for 20% of his shots. With the overall team analysis, we are struggling with possession in Grimsby's half. We're having to recycle the ball an awful lot in our own half. We've also been losing possession on the right-hand side a lot. Again, that may be partly due to Miller's injury. On the plus side, we're not conceding free kicks in dangerous positions. As we could be doing better, I'm going assertive, and things are going well, but we could be capable of better. For the defence, it's assertive and you weren't bad, but you can improve. For midfield, we'll go for the same. And attack the same again. It's been 50 minutes second half, and I think we've pushed Man as far as we can. So let's bring on Ben Richards Everton. As O'Connor is better right back than Richards Everton, let's top them around as well. Brennan throws the ball into the box, ends up at Tillis' feet. Gets the out of space and crosses it. Right! Blocked brilliantly by Staunton. Richards Everton clears it. Hendry heads it back into the box. Staunton clears it. Staunton with a long throw. Aimed at Novak. He nods it on towards O'Connor. Cleared by Clifton. Picked up by Reeves. He drives forward before playing out to Milton. Milton shoots, but it's never troubling the keeper. Glennon plays it over the top. Richard Everton switched off. Hansen is in. He volleys it, but it's right at McGee. Benson standing on the free kick. Curls it round the wall. Curls it too much though, and keeper saves it. Reeves plays out wide Milton. Milton takes on the fullback. Crosses to the back post, but he overhits it. Ismail picks up the ball. Crosses it. Novak wins the header, but McKeown with the diving save. Callum Cook isn't having the best game, and his condition's getting low, so let's bring on Goldthorpe for him. Keown goes long. Vernon wins the ball in the air. Goldthorpe intercepts. Plays it to Milton. Thinks about going long, but opts to play it back to Powdy. Then to Reeves, who spins and plays it out to Ismail. Ismail attacks the space. Skips past the defender like he's not there. Drives into the box. Shoots high and wide. Why didn't he cross it? Novak was free. Long throw from O'Connor. Loops over the defender. McCutton can't keep his body down. McGee looking long for Novak. Hendry wins the header, but it falls to Milton. Milton drives towards the byline. Crosses, but it goes over everyone. McCartan goes to recover it. Plays it into Ismail. Ismail tries to cross it, but it's blocked. It's out for a throw-in. O'Connor with the long throw. Keeper comes and collects it though. Looks to play it long, but the whistle goes. Close match, but a winner's win. I'm going to tell them assertively that it was a bit of a let-off. Grimsby had a better second half. They managed to drag their possession stat up from 35% to 42%. They also continued to have more shots, although we were much more efficient with 7 on target to their 6, and we had 1 clear-cut chance to their 0 and 4 half chances to their 2. Our pass completion stat fell significantly from 86% to 77%. Our tackles one improved though from 57% to 80%, and our headers one increased from 56% to 58%. With our player stats, McGee got 6.8, he made 6 saves, 5 of which he held. Miller got 6.6. Despite being injured, he managed to cover 5.2 miles before coming off. Connor got 7, he made 1 mistake, created 1 chance and had 1 key pass. Overall, his passing accuracy was 80%. Paddy got 6.8, he had a solid but unspectacular match. Henry got injured and had to come off early, but he did get a 6.7. When he came off, his crosses were poor, with none finding their target. In 19 minutes, he did cover 1.6 miles though. Reeves had a mixed bag. He made 4 mistakes, but created a chance and had 5 key passes. He also completed 66 passes, which was 86% of all the ones he attempted. He got a 7.3 rating. McCartan only got 6.7. He made 2 mistakes and only had 2 chances, but did draw 3 fouls. Cook continued his recent trend of lower ratings by only getting a 6.7. He needs to sort this out. He made 1 mistake and 1 key pass. He had an 87% pass success rate and covered 6.6 miles before being taken off. Ismail, as already mentioned, was our best player and got man of the match. He made 1 mistake, created 1 chance and had 1 key pass and scored 1 goal. The only negative was only 25% of his shots hit the target. Novak was quiet. He made 2 mistakes, only had a single chance and got 6.8. Milton got 7. He made 2 mistakes but had 4 key passes and 1 assist. Staunton got 6.6. He covered 6.2 miles, having come on in the 19th minute. His passing was poor, with only 56% being completed. He also made a mistake. Goldthorpe wasn't on long enough to get a rating. He did, however, make a mistake and only won 50% of his tackles. Richards Everton got 6.7. He made 3 interceptions, which was great, but his passing left a lot to be desired and was only at 58%. Looking at the other scores and the impact on the table will make Grimsby's loss to us in a tight game even harder to take. They fall 3 places from 9th to 12th. Swindon went to bottom club Carlisle and got a 1-0 win. That moves up 1 place into the playoff positions. Third place Plymouth went to fifth place Colchester and won 4-1. Plymouth took an early lead through Savage, but Dunn equalised on the 29th minute. 2 goals late in the first half put Plymouth in control, and then shortly after half-time, the fourth put the game to bed. Plymouth remained in third, while Colchester fell 3 places and out the playoff positions to 8th. Crewe took on Oldham. The visitors took the lead in the 21st minute, but Crewe ran out victors with a 2-1 win. Second from bottom Exeter helped their cause by grabbing a point against Stevenage. They remained 23rd, but opened up a gap of 2 points from the bottom. The draw moved Stevenage up 1 place to 10th. Forest Green hosted 18th place Walsall and got a shock. Goals from Kinsella and Lavery gave Walsall a half-time lead. Kitchen got one back on the 61st minute, but a minute later, Garvey established a 2-goal lead. Gordon added a 4th 5 minutes later. Forest Green got one back in the 84th minute, but it was too late to stage a comeback. That's a very good result for us as we increase our lead by 3 more points. Leyton Orient won 2-0 against Macclesfield. That moves Leyton Orient up 1 place to 11th, while Macclesfield drop 1 place to 22nd. Morecambe beat Mansfield 2-1. Strangely, Morecambe remain in 20th, while Mansfield move up 1 place to 16th. Cambridge, who've been on a good run, had to rescue a draw in their visit to Newport County. The point is enough to move them up a spot to 5th place. Port Vale went to Northampton and got 1-0 win. Port Vale jumped 2 places to 14th. 4th place Crawley went to 22nd place Salford and went 1-0 down after Burgess' 64th minute goal. The Bala equalised 10 minutes later, but they were unable to find the winner. Salford moved up 1 place to 21st. Cheltenham also struggled as they visited 15th place Scunthorpe. Hamill scored after 6 minutes for Scunthorpe. Long equalised on the 24th minute, but Sutton gave Scunthorpe the lead back on the 29th minute. It took until the 9th minute for Varney to rescue the point. The point does move Cheltenham up 1 place to 6th. So with today's win, we can now finish no lower than 19th. As long as we keep getting wins, this minimum position that we can finish should keep jumping fairly quickly now, and hopefully we'll soon be guaranteed a playoff position. Our next match is against 10th place Stevenage. The only doubt for us is Pritchard, while they are without Kennedy and Michael Smith, while they've got 3 others doubtful. The match will take place on Tuesday 25th August at 7 PM BST. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, why not drop us a like? And also why not subscribe so you are alerted as soon as the next video is uploaded. And with that, thanks for watching and we will see you next time.